So this is my 2011 Duramax. I bought it at an auction sale. The head gaskets were out on it. Got I think a good deal on it. Go out to tear off the cab and try and do a head gasket replacement on this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make some videos and see if it makes any sense, and maybe I'll put it on YouTube or something. But my plan is to take the cab off, and as you can see, I'm working in a little tarp shed, so don't have a lift. I plan to use a farm tractor to lift the cab off once I get everything loose and ready to go. So I'm going to start pulling garbage out of the way and see how it goes. Starting with airbox, intake, resonator, drain the coolant. Yeah, we'll go from there. Start tearing stuff out of the way, make some room. So draining the coolant on a 2011 Duramax, the LML. This is the only way to do her, I think. Checked everywhere for drainage, and this is it. So pull the bottom rad hose, little clip goes in right here, and then you just wiggle the hose off and let her fill the pail. There's just nothing else. This is just had a second wind there. It was a gush of coolant right away, and then now it's down to a kind of a trickle, and then it had a second wind of coolant, and now she's down to a trickle again. So probably thermostats or something vapor locking it up in the engine, and now it's released. But here she is. So I pulled the grill off so that I wouldn't break it while I'm monkeying around, climbing around on top of it. Pulled the hood latch out of there just so it's not hanging on me, and give me something decent to work with there. In here, pulled that plastic out of here, so the ECM's now hanging there loose, and got some more room in here to reach down in there. And I'm gonna unplug those wires off of here yet to pull that thing right out. Yeah, drain the coolant. And to drain the coolant, I went here on the passenger side, bottom of the radiator. I pulled the fender or the wheel hub out, and right here, pulled that little clip out of there and had a bucket underneath there and drained the coolant out. Up here, all the positive cables now disconnected from the alternator, from the grid heater, and from whatever that thing is. Oh, glow plug controller looks like. Yeah, so glow plug controller there. Pulled all those positive cables off there. Got one more left right here. Got to trace it down there to the starter. Pull the main positive off the starter, and that'll have that out of the way. These block with all the electrical positive cables is going to stay with the cab. Yeah, I guess you got some fuel lines and stuff on the other side, but yeah, not too much more on this side, I think. Oh, got it there. I got that side there. Ooh, get me in the center. Got that fitting right there on the air-to-air cold side pipe is open. Just got to pull it off down in there, and then that pipe comes out of the way, and pull off the coolant lines, and then dig out the air conditioner pump and get it out of the way. Gonna lay it down here in the fender so that I don't have to drain the AC. My dad has all the AC stuff, but I'd just rather not drain it. Less likely to create a leak, in my opinion. To the side here, I pulled up that bolt, and two from the top side. Pull this bracket out of the corner so that I could get at that fitting right there. Pull the cold side air-to-air pipe off. So I'm gonna turn this little fitting right here, get that out of there, pull this pipe right out. Next one will be this coolant hose, which is actually already loose. Just find the other end of it, remove it off the engine so it's completely out of the way. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next. Get this pipe out. So this end here turns counterclockwise if you're looking at it from the front. Turns from here this way. And then the one down here, the same thing, rotates, oops, can't see because the finger's in the light, this way. So from over here up that way, and it kind of hits a little bit of a snag at the end, and you got to kind of get it past that snag before you can wiggle and jiggle. But it is unlocked. And then once you get her loose, you can pry it off of there with a bit of help. Get a bar in here and pry it off. So once you get a screwdriver in here and just rotate that thing, and then you pry it off there. Right air pipe's out of the way. Bottom rad hose hanging there. I pulled this coolant hose for the heater. I believe that's the heater return. Goes up towards the engine. Ties in over here to the cab, I believe. Yep. So with that pulled apart there, that is going to stay with the engine, this bottom hose. This here I'm going to have to pull the brackets here and up here so that it can stay with the cab. When I lift the cab off, I'm going to take this off. I believe this stays with the engine. It's a little something or other, bleeder, air vent, something or other. Up to pulling the belt. So I got a big long ratchet on the tensioner. I'm going to pull that over, pull the belt off of the alternator. And then I've got the coolant pipe off over there going to the radiator. So that's out of the way. The bottom rad hose is going to stay there. The cab will just lift out of the way. Once I get the belt off, then the AC pump comes off somewhere pretty soon. I may, as there's a bunch of wires on top of it, may pull the ECM wires off and lay them out of the way first before I pull the AC pump, but we'll see how that goes. Then over here, unplug the AC pump. Can unwire, plug everything off of this harness right here. So it'll be the pump here, this pressure sensor for the air conditioner right underneath there. Then over here, this sensor here going to the back of the alternator. I can't, got that wrong. But anyway, this plug-in right here goes to the back of the alternator for voltage. Unplug that because that's going to stay with the body harness right here. Then gonna unplug the big plug right here, and then this big one here goes down here and hooks up these two. Try to get you in focus. Hooks up this one and this one onto the ECM. Then unhook this one just so the ECM's not here being damaged or banged around or dripped on or anything. Put it in a safe spot. Then I'll probably pull the TCM off here, and just so that it's again out of the way, set it in the cab. Keep it nice and cuddly, safe and sound. So in order to pull out the FICM, well, it's not a FICM, ECM, we pull up this little red tab, slide it up first, and then we press down on the little black grippy part. You can hear that just click back in. You press down on that. At the same time you lift up on this other one. And then this here just flips up and pushes that thing out. And then takes a screwdriver to finish prying that off because it's still a little tight. That's how that'll come out of there. Pry the rest of it nice and gentle like, right down under there. All the way around. And they'll all come out of there. Just like such. And when you get these out, you'll see you got a gray, a blue, and a black. And you have the same color coding on the ECM right there. So you got gray, blue, and black, so there's no way to figure that, or to forget which one goes where, but I got a little bit of corrosion building up right there. And the big pin in the blue one. So we're going to have to clean that up before we put her back in, and put some dielectric grease on all the pins before we put her back in. Save some trouble down the road, hopefully.